The Obama administration reducing our military by 90,000, actually issuing pink slips to some veterans upon their return from combat duty, while at the same time looking to put illegals in our military and arm them by his unilateral executive order. Now, besides the obvious problem of kicking our military to the curb upon their return from combat, isn't this a violation of federal law? With me now, retired Lieutenant Colonel Allen West and Fox News contributor. All right, good evening, Colonel West. Thank you for being here this evening. Now,
good evening, Judge. Thank you.
Federal law says, Title 18 U.S.C. 922 says it is a felony to arm an illegal with a firearm. What do you say?
No, you're absolutely correct. That's U.S. code, but, you know, when has law ever meant anything to Barack Hussein Obama? But the more important thing that we have to come to understand is if you go to the Constitution, to Article 1, Section 8, Clause number 4, that says that only the Congress has the ability to make rules or laws in regards to naturalization. The president does not have that. And so when you go back and look at the executive order he did, calling it a DREAM Act, you look at this edict that he has sent down, it is an unlawful order, because what he is basically saying to the Army and military recruiting commands is that you will sign up illegals, and they cannot do that. And I think that they are well within their rights to disobey and not comply with that order coming from the commander-in-chief.
Very interesting. I mean, and, you know, look, if you've got the administration, Eric Holder is still the AG there, he's not going to prosecute these cases anyway or have any of his U.S. attorneys do that. But the whole concept right from the get-go, as you say, it's a constitutional issue. This is a citizenship issue. Congress is supposed to do this.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And again, you just brought up an interesting point. When you look at the status of our United States military right now, the Army that I served 22 years in is currently at pre-1940 conscription levels. The United States Marine Corps is about 1917 levels. The United States Navy is at World War I levels. The United States Air Force is the smallest and the oldest fleet that we have had. But yet you have a president that is saying, even as we are pink slipping our own combat leaders in combat zones and others, giving them 30 to 60 days to get out of the military, that he's going to open up the military to people who are here illegally. Now, understand this, Judge. This is the incredible hypocrisy, is that Barack Hussein Obama is saying we're going to enlist people into the United States military, meaning that they're going to take an oath to support and defend the very document that they have disregarded in being in our country illegally.
Here in the first place. You know what's interesting, Colonel, also the idea of the president is making an effort to chip away at our Second Amendment rights. I mean, it is a constant by this administration. And yet they're looking to give illegals guns to fight for our country, to give them a path to citizenship, admitting they're not citizens yet. So, you know, what is he thinking? I mean, aside from the fact he's got this pen and a phone and all that other stuff, why is he doing this?
Well, it goes back to something he said about 2 weeks ago to the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Foundation, is that he will use executive orders to try to see how he can provide that amnesty to 11.5 million illegal aliens that are here. And this is one of the means by which he will do that. Basically, what President Obama is doing, not just with the $500 million he wants to send to these Syrian Free Rebels, but also here in our own country, he's outsourcing our national security to people who have no care, no regard, no concern about the United States of America, all because of political gain. The important thing for Barack Obama is the demographic transformation, part of his fundamental transformation of the United States of America, so that those illegal aliens will soon be citizens that are going to vote for a one-party system.
All right. Colonel Allen West, thank you so much for being with us this evening. And coming up, are Americans concerned